and that's those guys over there, sheep. Glenkeen keep about 600 of those, and you come in by the top of the lake there, and when you start to flatten off, that's where their part of the hill starts. It goes up, back to the centre, out that direction, that direction. Probably about 10,000 acres blocking it, and it's commonage or common, which means it's shared by a number of farmers, normally local. Now, if a share came up for sale, an outsider can buy it and move in and start sheep farming. They keep about 600 of those, and they're gathered about 4 times a year. At the moment, they're after being let back to the hills with their young lambs. They were gathered, we'd say, the first time in April, we'd say start of April, into March, start of April. They'll be gathered again in a month's time for shearing. They'll be gathered, we'd say, for dipping, we'd say, and just to sell off the lambs, probably late autumn. And then again in November, to start the whole process off again. They get them ready for the discos and everything to meet their boyfriends and all that. You know.
Brandon told us about all that.
And it's about 50 euros for 1 ram. And it seems to work, so there's lambs everywhere. But impossible to do or gather without one of these. Glenn, that'll do. That'll do, good boy. Glenn is a border collie. The border collies come from between England and Scotland, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. Like he's what you call a rough coat, black and white. You can get them smooth coat, really small, bigger, longer, pointed ears, kind of different colours, tricolours. A popular one was actually him in chocolate and white. You know, that kind of colour. But personally, I don't care what they look like as long as they work. I got him when he was 8 weeks old. So really what I did was, Nate, great friends. You know, he's my buddy, I feed him, I do everything with him, and he gets to like me more than anyone else. You know, I think when you start training him, I think it's good to think like the dog. It makes it a bit easier. I know when I started first, I wasn't like that. I was kind of making a robot out of the dog. No, do this. Oh no, you can't do that. You have to be there, not there. I think if you think like him and let him have his sheep, because like he's a born addict really to sheep. So he has 6 commands. He has a right, he has a left, he has a walk on, he has a stop, he has a redirect command, which is like if I sent him for those sheep there, and he's getting them, and I'd say, hold on a second, I want them sheep over there. I can give him a whistle or a command that he says, oh, well, forget about these, he wants something else. And you can redirect it. Normally I work 2 dogs, so they're on different voice and different whistles. His commands are, keep left, go right. When he gets used to them, then you just drop the left and right, so it's keep and go. The more traditional commands for the border collies are come by for left and away for right. Away to me, come by. So I normally run 2 dogs and they're on different commands, and they have different whistles for each command. Now, both of them have the same stop command. But before I send him off, I'll just explain a little bit how I get him to do what he does. So I got him when he was 8 weeks old, big friends of him and all that. So you just start little bits of discipline work. Wouldn't put too much pressure on him or anything like that. That'll do, Glenn. And then like, lie down. So of course he's going to hop up on you and all that. So you just keep repeating it. You could give him a little treat at this stage, like a piece of meat or something like that. So he lies down, he'll get the meat. So then you just progress it like, lie down, stay there. Of course he's not going to stay there, so you walk towards him and make sure he stays there and you take a few steps back. Eventually just start leaving the area bigger. Stay there. So you can walk around the place. These commands will come in handy enough when you bring him to sheep for the first time, because you've done a little bit of spade work. So if you hadn't have done, you know, he wouldn't know what you're saying to him. He's just, what's he saying? You know, I rent the sheep. But once he knows what you mean when you say them, he'll take them eventually. Let off a bit of steam around the sheep, and then he'll start to hear your commands and he'll take them then. Everything is set up. It can go for you and against you, but it's easier to train a dog when everything is set up. When I say set up, a quiet sheep. I go into a paddock maybe about from here to that fence, circular more than square. The sheep can't get into a corner, they're constantly moving around. The sheep would be maybe 5 or 6 sheep. They'd be really quiet. when I go in with a young dog, they'll say, oh, something's going to happen here. The safest place to be is around me. So they'll gather up around me. I let go of my dog. They're going to come to me for protection. I'll stick a bit longer than this with a plastic bag on the end of it. Keep the dog off the sheep. Just keep it in his face, keep him off them. Don't let him get his fun or his grip. Eventually he starts circling them. So as time goes on, as he starts to circle, you can throw your command on him, your right command, your left command. And it doesn't have to be, you can put any name on it. You can put a car, name of a car, name of a person. You know, once he knows that when he hears that, he's going that direction, the other direction for another command. And then, you know, when everything settles down a bit, lie down. So he'll lie down, walk up, lie down. And then the way you move your body will influence the way he'll move to keep the sheep. What he'll do is he'll learn to get the sheep for you. If he's going to get the sheep for you, that's where the sheep have to be. It gets a bit more confusing for him then when you want to say, okay, you spent the first 2 months holding the sheep to me, now I want you to get rid of them. So he's going to say, hey, what are you doing? Like, you know, you want these. I'm not putting them up there. So you have to be a little bit more careful with him that way. Do a little bit more work walking behind him or alongside him until he gets used to walking away with the sheep. Anything else? No, that's pretty much it. He's fed up of me talking. The sheep are gone away down there. Now that dog, normally if that gate is closed, the sheep are here. But they're gone down there, so he might think the sheep are up there, but there might be sheep out here too. But we're going to send him for those sheep. You'll hear the different commands, like there's a double whistle for right, a little whistle for left, and you'll hear the steady whistle, like just a little blast at him. I normally work 2 dogs, so the 2 dogs are in different commands. So I'll explain a little bit about that if he gets the sheep. So look. He has already spotted the sheep were in that field.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
Never go away out on the outside.
Hey! There they are. That's precious.
Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down, Glenn. Steady. Steady, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
Oh, he's going after the other one. Hi, baby.
Steady, Glenn. Steady. Steady, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
Like, where'd everybody go? Look at you, precious. Look at this straggler.
Walk up. Lie down.
He's gonna make it to the gate.
Lie down. Hold it.
Oh, this is so precious. Oh. That one's got a mind of its own. Come to me,
Lie down,
baby.
Glenn. Lie down. Lie down.
You're so cute.
Lie down. Eat. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Eat. Eat. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Here. Lie down, Glenn. Lie
They're
down.
so precious.
Lie down. Lie down.
Get him some more strays. Look at him go. Hi, honey. Hi.
Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Walk up. Walk up. Here, here. This. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Steady. Steady. Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
He's like, what are they doing over there?
They're the type of sheep we keep here. They're male mounted. They're Connemara. Stay there, Glenn. Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
Lie
touch
down.
one or?
Precocious.
We won't get near enough. Like this.
Okay.
Lie down.
Bring him
Lie
in
down.
here.
Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
I
Stay there.
love their little faces.
Lie down. They're all females. You can see the mark on them, the Glen Queen mark. Keep.
Where are you all going?
The Glen Keane mark is the red on the back of the head and the red on the left hip.
Okay.
Every farmer has his own mark.
Okay. Nice.
Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Go to me. Go to me.
This one over
Heard
there is
Jim
the
say
rebel.
these are from
I know.
Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down.
Her growth there, she's not feeling good.
Yeah,
That'll do, Glenn. That'll do. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there.
Hi,
They're the type of sheep we
sweeties.
keep there. They're male Connemara Mountain Blackface. You can see they're going to be shore in about a month's time. Shear them is about $3 a sheep. And the value of that fleece is about 10 cents. The reason for that is like a lot of it used to go to China for carpet making. And with the introduction of synthetic materials and all that, the value has gone right down.
Oh,
Plus, that type of wool isn't like merino wool or the different breeds of sheep apart from those. There's a better quality wool. Stay there, Glenn. Stay there. So, what we're looking to do now is try and make a fertilizer pellet out of it. Lie down. Stay there. Stay there.
he knows the routine.
Yeah, because most of our stuff, we'll say, lie down, Glenn, lie down, is got from Eastern Europe. With everything that's gone on there in the last few years, the prices have gone way up. So, like a ton of fertilizer going back maybe 2 years ago was about $300-400. It went up to about $1,500 or $1,600 because just it all came from Eastern Europe, so it made it harder to get. So they're looking to make a fertilizer pellet out of that. Plus they're using it now more for plants and putting under hedges and stuff like that because the value of it has gone so low. Sheep are sure now for a welfare point of view, rather than if they were left on it, let's say without shearing. As the weather gets warmer, the sheep start to sweat. If their bums get dirty, they attract a blowfly that'll lay their eggs on them and they'll hatch out as maggots and they'll eat the sheep alive. So it's important they're sure. This farm is organic, so everything has to be accounted. Every action you do to a sheep has to be accounted for. If we go to dose them, we'll take one of these dung samples into the vet. They'll put it through a microscope and they'll say, well, it has this worm, it has that worm, it has fluke. So this is what you give it. Rather than in the past, you could just go down to the hardware store, get your dose and give it. You might be giving it for something totally, so it's a good thing in a way. Plus fertilizer, chemical fertilizers, we don't use them here anymore. Everything has to be, organic. But going back to the dog, you'll see what I'll do is I'll just explain a bit how I get the commands on him. So what I'll do is I'll get the sheep here. I'll start to move my body around. It'll influence the way the dog gets the sheep or the way he gets them. So you'll hear me give him his left command, keep, and his right command, go. So I'll say nothing when I get the sheep here and just start moving around, and you'll see how he'll keep getting the sheep to me. What I might do after that is separate the sheep with him. You might use that, we'll say, you might see a sick sheep in the field, rather than bringing them all in. use them to take 1 or 2 sheep with the sick sheep and take her off down to a corner where you can catch her, or into a pen where you can give her some treatment. So we call that shedding. So to do that, we'd say to teach the dog how to do that. I might have a bunch of sheep the same amount as you people here. I'd get the dog to hold the sheep for me. He holds them, I walk towards you, and they naturally separate. So you'll call the dog and insist he comes to you. And the dog, thinking like the dog is going to say, hey, the sheep are going to get away, I'm not coming to you, I need to get the sheep. But you insist he does. And eventually repeat it. Praise him, reward him by giving him the sheep. That's his treat, the sheep. So eventually he'll get to come as the gap gets narrower. And then for him to know which bunch of sheep you want, as he gets good at it, turn your body onto the bunch of sheep you want and say this, and take those sheep off and hold them somewhere, get him to work them so he liked doing it. So eventually we say, oh yeah, I'll come in straight away, no bother, we'll take these sheep off, he wants to do something, we can go left or right, things like that. So
The most precious thing in the world.
he's going to get those sheep for me now. Lie down, lie down. I go this way, he goes that way. Lie down, lie down. The initial training command. Go. Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Walk up, walk up. Lie down. Keep. Lie down, lie down. I move this way, he's going to go that way. Keep. 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 Lie down, lie down, lie down. Keep. Lie down, go to me, go to me. Lie down.
Darlings.
Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Go to me. Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. That'll do, Glenn. This. Keep. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down, Glenn. Lie down. Lie down. That'll do. That'll do. Turn him back or redirect him. Walk up, then. Walk up. Lie down. I'll give him his redirect whistle. He need to forget about them and go back to the other two.
Oh, he's got that one.
He's
There.
got the one way over there.
Get it out.
That was the sick one.
Lie down, man. Lie down. Lie down.
There's just one over there. I thought it was more than
Two.
Lie down.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Lie down.
You just can't see the other one.
Lie down.
Oh, they're so precious.
Stay there. Stay there. Stay there.
This rain thing is a good windbreaker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see when we stepped over there why you put the things on,
yes.
because your foot just went straight down like 5 inches into watery moss.
Another one.
You get stuck?
No, it's the one that he said was sick. That took so long to get here. I think he's checking
Oh,
on it.
piddle paddle.
Because it didn't really ever come in the gate.
Oh yeah, I'm having trouble getting up the hill.
Well, if the wool is so cheap, is the sheepskin expensive? You think it would be cheap too?
No. I don't think so.
Because that's what I want for the house. It's a very chalet thing. put it in my bathroom. So when I step out of the bathtub, I sheepskin. They're lovely. Babies! Look at them.
Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down then. Lie down.
Said I don't want
No, I said the dog. Lie down then. Has different commands to the other dog. Lie down then. Lie down.
When I get him trained on his own commands, I get him to the sheep and we give him the other dog's commands. If he takes them, I stop him. So the other dogs left and right being a stop to him. So in the hills, we'll say, rather than the two dogs go to do the one job, one of them will know that he's not supposed to go because the other guy is down there already. So if I give him, we'll say the other dog's commands are away for right and come by for left, and they have a different whistle. So he's not supposed to go for the other dog's whistle. So if I give the other dog's come by whistle, which is the, he was going to go, but he stopped.
Yeah.
Come by, come by, come by. No, but if I give him his own left whistle, which is a little tip, he'll go.
That's a good dog. See, and Rusty couldn't stop peeing on the rug.
Well, he was meant to. He was bred to chase rats in a castle.
Their little faces are so precious. I'm gonna look for that kid's book, The Sheep from Dingle Who Couldn't Sleep. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen. These birds.
Lie down. Lie down. Lie down then. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
So I don't think I want to.
Well, there's one sheep is still back there.
Some of the other sheep are
He's like,
Lie down.
some
Lie down. Steady, girl. Steady. Lie down. Lie down.
you're so precious.
Lie down. Lie down, girl. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Keep. Lie down. Lie down. Keep. Keep. Get up. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Keep. 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 Lie down. Lie down. They normally have one lamb. And a certain percentage, 25%, are kept for replacements. The ewe lambs, when they go up there, up that valley in the summertime with their mothers, that's where they like. They spend the summer up there. So if I took a lamb 10 miles that direction and put him up there, he'd want to go back. So it's important to keep the sheep from that area in that area. It's like he likes to go back home, he likes to get a little show, the male lambs in are sold on as stores. And when I say stores, there wouldn't be enough of this ground, and they're up there most of the year, so their body condition wouldn't be 100% for butchers. So they're bought by farmers in the eastern part of this country, and they're fattened up and sold on. Now, the value of the mountain lambs aren't as good. What they tend to do is crossbreed this sheep with a different type of ram, a more muscular ram. You might get a better saleable product as a store lamb. Whereas like mountain lamb prices, male lamb prices were rock bottom. You could get only maybe 25 to 45 euro. Whereas if you cross them with another sheep,
that same lamb could go 70 or 80 euro. So it's important just to keep the income of the farm up, to cross a certain percentage with those type of rams, but at the same time, not to jeopardize your breeding stock coming through. I said about the tags on them there, did I? Since 2001 that foot and mouth come in, so everything is traceable. It's a good thing in a way too, because you know, if you have a lamb or food in a restaurant and you don't like it, you can find out exactly where it came from.
70, 80 euro. We're getting food at the restaurant at 30 euro for a plate.
Yeah, it is. It's the cost of living. It's the cost of living, yeah. You didn't try and rent anywhere. If you tried and rent somewhere, God, yeah, it's what is it? It's about 1,500 a month in some places to rent. Yeah, but that's the thing. The farmer really is on the bottom of the of it. You know? So that's why even this farm has diversification to get into this to try and increase the income. Going back to the dog, he'll work on the hills up to 10, 11 years, maybe a bit less. And it depends on the dog. Kind of like people in a way, they can age different.
Or if
Like,
they just fall off.
I noticed the dog was
eventually.
13 and she's very sprightly. You know, she's well able to work. Whereas another dog that's 8 or 9, you can see him getting slower. The sheep, if I sent him, we'll say for those sheep up there in the middle, there's one sheep there in the middle of the green. That sheep would feel him coming and she'd make headway, and it'd take him longer and longer and longer to get there. So knowing when to replace them is crucial, really. But saying that, when he's replaced, like they'll live until they're about 15 or 16, maybe more, maybe a bit less. But the dog that he replaced, he's only about 4 miles down the road there. And the man that has him has a small amount of sheep, maybe 30 or 40, but he has a nice piece of flat ground like this. Dog is in his element. He can do all that work, and he'll do it up to a year before he dies. I saw him there at, I think it was Christmas time. And I went in and the dog was lying in front of the stove. He didn't even want to see me, you know, I'd say. Plus that dog would work for anyone. He'd work for any one of you here. If I give you my stick, my whistle, my commands and the dog, and I disappear, and you take him home, make friends with him. Once you have sheep, that's all he wants. So he'll work for everyone. Which makes them like so versatile, you know. The value of them, quite expensive at the moment. We'll say before COVID, you could have bought a dog for a working dog, trained working dog, from anything from 2,500 to 5,000 euro. You know, he'd do your work for you. COVID came in then. We'll say the places to buy the dogs, not really in this country. There's no options as such. Most of them were in the UK. So there's about 3 or 4 places, about 4 or 5 times a year, maybe more.
My darling.
So you brought your dog to that place and you bring him to a field like this and you show him doing his work. But lie down there, lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down. But when COVID came in, you couldn't go to these places. So everything went online. So you put your dog hopping fences, going over everything, you know, crossing rivers. Worldwide audience. 25,000 sterling they went. Yeah, crazy stuff. And even at the moment, like a well-trained dog commands a good price. You probably pay more than $5,000 for it.
Wow.
Which I said I got that guy when he was 8 weeks old. He was about 500 euros. Straight away that dog became 1,000 euros. He might prefer to chase cars than work sheep, you know. So everything just went expensive, you know. But still at the same time, if you buy him, you're going to get the guts of 10 years out of him. So it's good value if you have work for him. Lie down. Come on up. Come on up. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.
And there they go.